Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your June 2018 love reading. I felt like I was about to introduce myself, but I'm pretty sure you know who I am. I'm Princess India, in case you're new. You know? If you guys could, go ahead and give me my birthday gift by following me on Instagram. All those little linky things will be below. Like me on Facebook. I'm very excited because so far I think I've gotten out of the 300s and now I'm in the 400s. So, just trying to make my YouTube subbies match my Instagram followers. And I also do daily reads over there, so you're not following me for nothing. And pretty much all of the channel updates are there too, because I'm not able to update you guys via YouTube just yet. So I was about to tune in before I told you that I was. It probably would have been kind of weird if the fact you would have saw me just sitting here with my eyes closed. But moving right along, I'm going to go ahead and tune into you guys' energies and find out what's going on in your love lives for June. Un momento, por favor. Okie dokie, lemon chokey. Let's see what's going on in you guys' love lives for the month of June. Spirit, please give me 2 cards, one for Cancer, the other for the person who is 9 times out of 10 cross-watching them, or the person that they are partnered with, or, someone they might meet. And for my single people, both of these cards will apply to you. And by single, I mean no side chicks, no side dudes. Like, you're single. Your love life is like the Sahara Desert, much like mine. I know, it's very depressing. We're going to go ahead and pick 2 cards. Spirit, I ask you for clear and direct guidance for my wonderful Cancerian friends. First card is going to be for Cancer. The second card is going to be for their cross-watcher. And that cross-watcher is going to be their partner or whomever. So 2 cards, Spirit. Please give me an overall energy and direct guidance for my Cancer people. And it is time. Hi, Cancer. Cancer and the person they're connecting with. And then we're going to get 3 cards for you and for your cross-watcher. Spirit, can I please get 3 cards for Cancer? 3 cards for the person they're connecting with or their cross-watcher. Please give me clear and direct guidance for Cancer for the month of June, please, Spirit. No funny business, but you never give me funny business. Just clear and direct guidance, and I thank you in advance for the wonderful message that Cancer is about to receive. All right now. All right, 3 cards for Cancer, 3 cards for the person that they are being cross-watched by. All right, one more time. Cut it. Cut it. You just shuffled them cards. You need to cut it. Let me stop being retarded. Okay, let's see here. Your central energy or present energy, is the Strength card, Cancer. So you guys are taming the beast within, or you're loving on a Leo. Know what I'm saying? Your past influence is the 8 of Cups, and you are not loving on a Leo, maybe not, because you walked away from a situation that was emotionally unfulfilling. And I think right now, this just turned into an entire narrative. Walking away from a situation that was not emotionally fulfilling. And right now, you're being supported by Spirit as you go through this process of coming into alignment with the self and taming the inner beast. So I kind of feel like you are reconciling within yourself because you may have lost a great deal of yourself in this relationship. Going forward, your advice card, you have the Wheel of Fortune. So your last 2 cards are major arcanas. So that lets me know that you guys coming into alignment with yourself and attaining your lower energies, your inner beast, whatever you want to call it, as you are guided by Spirit. You guys will be, I don't know why that word instigating keeps coming up, but it's almost as if you are working in accordance with Spirit to begin a new cycle in your life. So you guys are going into a new season, a season in which you were once on the bottom, and now you guys will be on the top. And now I feel like I want to say, started from the bottom, now we're here. I'm relevant sometimes. So yeah, so that's what I see for first. Now we're going into your romance angel card. Oh, goodness gracious. This is your romance angel card. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, so that kind of reiterates that for me. You guys are presently in that process of coming into alignment. So this may potentially be for single people, you know? It would kind of seem so. It kind of sounds like somebody who, well, I mean, you're newly single, at least. But you, and here's another thing. With this Eight of Cups, like I always say that eights, whoa, and the Strength card is another eight. I'm just now realizing, which is very strange. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so this is, whoa, all right. This is interesting. This is like, yeah. Okay, revolution would be the word, like a personal revolution, so to speak. That is so interesting. And okay, of course, 8 and 8 is 16. And then you do your 6 plus your 1, and that's 7, which is a divine number. If we take the 10 from the Wheel of Fortune, and 1 plus 0 is 1. And it's like a new cycle starting. So yeah, I kind of feel like you guys are starting a clean slate. It's almost like y'all are ending like a major cycle in your life, like a cycle of lack and things that were not fulfilling. And okay, now Spirit's telling me business. So, you had, I don't want to necessarily say a habit, like saying that you habitually did this, but you have a history of remaining in emotionally unfulfilling situations for too long. And you remain in those situations because of like an allegiance. Like you are unhappy and your needs aren't being met, but just because like you don't want to hurt the person by leaving, like you stay. But it's like you suffer. And eights to me are power numbers. So what I'm kind of seeing here is that you kind of got tired of like, and came to that realization of like, this really is not serving me. And you mustered up the strength within yourself, as difficult as it was, to walk away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then going forward, you know, Spirit is working with you guys, giving you a gift by assisting you in this transformation process and coming into alignment with yourself because of you taking that leap of faith, so to speak, into foreign territory of you choosing yourself. Because I kind of get the vibe that you usually kind of, you know, kind of put other people's needs before yours, you know? And I think at one point in time, you kind of felt like the situation that you came out of was like the essence of your life. Like it was your life. But you see now that that's not true. And now things are about to get so much doper for you. And it's very important for you to come into alignment with your higher self. Why? Because with your very soon card, then the sooner that you decide what it is that you want, it will come to you, right? So if you are in alignment with your higher self, then you will draw someone into your life who is also in alignment with their higher self. So congratulations on that, Cancer. Dag nabbit. Okay, now on to your cross watcher. Their present energy is the Queen of Swords. So this may be an air sign person, a Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of get the vibe that they themselves as well are kind of going through a little personal transformation. I also get the vibe that this person, they may be, how do I want to say this? Because I'm kind of picking up this vibe, not necessarily as a cross, well, I mean, well, no, this would make sense if it was a cross watcher. Like if this is like your best friend cross watching you or something like that. If a best friend that's an air sign, I kind of feel like this person that you knew or you've known for a while, is gonna bring you some sense of I think it's gonna be like a message. I do not know what happened with my mouth just now, but I feel like it's gonna be like a message of affirmation, because it's almost like I get this vibe with this person, and I think this is a message because I literally just turned over one card and I'm hearing a whole narrative right now. So I think this is something that's not necessarily related to everything else. I mean, the top part, yes, but this message and like specifically, I don't think it's going to have to do with these, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so I think this person, it's like, okay, so it's somebody that you know, and I don't know, I kind of feel like it is like a mom figure. So I don't know if it's like your mom or an aunt or like a godmother or maybe like a coworker or something like that, and they're kind of older. like not older, but they're older than you. So they have, like, compared to whatever age you are, compared to you, you would look at them in a respectable type of sense. They've been watching you from afar, right? And they've kind of silently watched you make this decision to walk away and, like, kind of finding your own strength. And I feel like they're going to come in and tell you that they've been watching you, and they see what you've been doing and, like, encourage you. So if hypothetically you're going through this whole thing and maybe you're, like, very drained and you're kind of second guessing yourself, I feel like an air sign lady is going to be coming in and giving you words of encouragement, and maybe even telling you that they have gone through what it is that you've gone through, and offer you more insight that is going to really thrust you into this new journey. So that's a side note. But for the cross watcher, their present energy is the Queen of Swords, like I said, the air sign person, or someone who is embodying her energy, which is someone who is very balanced. She is very analytical, clear communicator and whatnot or whatever. And the past influence is the Queen of Cups. Interesting. So this is a lady who in the past took time to focus on herself. I wonder if this is your ex that I'm kind of picking up on. This is interesting. Because if your ex is a Leo with air in their chart, and water in their chart, or if they're just a Leo with air in their chart, it's probably them. But in the past, she embodied the Queen of Cups. I don't know if I showed it to you or not, but she was embodying the energy of the Queen of Cups. Also, she can be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio lady with air in her chart as well, right? So I feel like she took time, and that's, I don't know, looking at this under the Eight of Cups, I'm kind of feeling like this could be your ex. But if it's not, this person that you guys are connecting with, they've been through a similar situation. They're a little farther ahead than you are with it, because because your inner strength of taming your beast is in a very, like, spiritual, like, 4D 5D kind of realm deal. And it's like, like an influence, it's a spiritual influence that's, like, downloading to you, that is going to start to resonate and then manifest as, new thoughts and different desires and different actions and changes and behaviors and so on and so forth. But this person actually, like, in action mode, is, taking time to nurture and heal themselves, right? But I kind of feel like with them, it's inner work. But I feel like with yours was birthed out of frustration. Theirs was, like, almost self-ignited. Like, they kind of made a decision. They were emotionally unfulfilled, and they made the decision of, like, I need to focus on me and get my mind right type stuff. And their advice card, this is interesting, is the Page of Cups. Interesting. That is my half-ass offer card. It's a whole lot of water that's going on with this. This is very interesting. So looking at this for, let me do the romance angel. Oh, goodness. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Oh, geez. Okay. Now, that's the thought that I had. I didn't want to say that about you, Cancer, but I'm going to have to, honey boo-boo thing. Okay, so you know how I use this whole analogy about how this person kind of, like, they ignited their own transformation, and yours is a spiritual influence that's coming down, and it's going to take time to matriculate and stuff like that, right? So even your cycle changing, that's still one of those things that's happening, like, in a spiritual sense, that's trickling down. The only thing that's been done physically is, like, in this realm, is you, like, emotionally disconnecting from this situation, going in search of. So it's more or less like you being empty-handed, because you left all the cups behind. So it's like you left all that behind, you're empty-handed to the universe, because I feel like you were kind of holding energy hostage, holding space for something that no longer served you, So once you released that, your arms became open in a very proverbial sense, and then the universe came in with all of this wonderful, great energy that's shifting you into this new place so that you can start physically manifesting these things. And what I mean by physical is not necessarily just physical, like touchy physical, but in your thoughts as well as in your emotions. This person has already been doing these things, okay? Now, where we have pay attention to red flags, the signs are cautioning you, this person, because they are more farther along than you and more emotionally balanced, you may come in contact with this person, right? Because since we manifested, Sorry, guys, my mother called. But anywho, but since you guys are manifesting things, and my mother calls again. Anyway, but since you guys are getting into alignment and kind of reattuning your energy, right? You can draw this person in, or they may come into your space, but you really need to take time to do what they did with the Queen of Cups and like heal yourself, because right now, just coming out of this situation, you are emotionally unavailable. Okay, it's gonna take you time to kind of detox from, and oh my gosh, my mom will not stop calling me, like I cannot even right now. But anywho, I'm gonna answer. She's gonna be like, oh, you're recording a video, I'm sorry, I was just saying, hey, call me back. I cannot. Mom, really? Anyway, so where was I? Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh, Mom, I'm so mad at you right now. Okay, anyway, there we go. There it is. So, with you guys, like, getting into this space, like, getting into alignment to where it is that, like, to start manifesting these things, you guys are following suit behind with this person that, you know, you guys may already be connected with, or may, you know, be connected with, so to speak. And okay, so now I'm hearing this kind of two ways. So let me finish this thought first. So you guys are emotionally unavailable, and you guys need to cater to yourself. So you need to detox from this past relationship and reach like baseline of yourself, because, you know, who we are when we're in a relationship is very different than who we are when we are single, right? And that's prior to that person and afterwards. So right now you want to get back to baseline, right? So to your healthy space. So to give yourself time to do that, well, not necessarily give yourself time to do, you want to give yourself time to do that, okay? So in addition to that, in addition to giving yourself time to do that, you don't want to try to connect with a person right now, because if you look at this, right, her little fishy is solid gold. So she has control over, you know, her emotions, right? If we want to look at the fish's emotions. Wait, I got a little update. And this young gentleman, he does not have control over said emotions, because, you know, they just kind of flopped out the cup. So, you know, he's still kind of trying to master this. So in looking at how all of these are oriented towards each other, it's like, oh gosh, she's like, oh my goodness, I don't know who this is, but I like her. Okay. And I don't know why I'm saying this like this is a dude. That happens sometimes. But this is vice versa, either or, like chick or guy, whatever. But I feel like, oh dude, this is gangster. This chick or this dude that's cross-watching you, they are like so legit in my book. Because, oh wait, hold on. Here we go with this whole me with the backwardsness. I'm trying to see. Okay. I did it right for the first time, and I'm so proud of myself right now, Cancer. Okay. So this is what it looks like to me. So this is you, right? So you got this little cup of emotions and stuff you trying to give to her, but you haven't quite mastered them yet. So as you was trying to hand over the cup to Queen of Swords right here, you know, your little fish fell out, and you're like, oh, goodness gracious, right? But I look at this and I say, I'm not saying this for you to feel bad about this. It's just that this person is a perfect example of what happens, right? So this is like her, how she shows up in situations. And it's like, it's her gatekeeper. The inner self is very much focused on nurturing her emotions, right? But then she has, so this may be, okay, this may be her moon. She may be a moon water sign, and her rising sign may be an air sign, right? So it's almost like she acts as a gatekeeper. You see the little butterfly, the little symbol of transformation. It's like her focus is transformation. It's the byproduct of transformation, right? But it's like she's balanced. She's welcoming the person in, but she has her little sword, her logic, right? So she's not ruled by her emotions, but I don't believe she's ruled by her logic either. It's a balance between the two, because as long as like we're focused on nurturing the self, then we can balance that out with utilizing our logic as well, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to be those signs. It could just be a person that's embodying those characteristics. But I feel like you may meet this person, and that's why I feel like I need to clarify, because I don't want you to hear this reading and be like, ooh, I done mastered the inner beast and a new cycle started. Bam. Let me go be like, yo, so let's get together on some stuff, right? But I feel like you partly don't have to worry about this because this person is very self-aware and stable emotionally and in their thought process, which is why they're paying attention to your red flags, because I feel like they know that you just got out of a relationship. So they're really not trying to rush into anything with you anyway. I'm just saying, don't be coming at, old girl or old boy with a little half-ass offer. You know what I'm saying? Get your little stuff under control. And I feel like very soon being, I don't know what the time frame is, but soon doesn't necessarily have to be like within the next hour or so. But I mean, wherever you are in your process, I feel soon enough, the two of you are going to come into alignment at the right time. Hopefully that makes sense. But looking at this from the potential of my good old single Cancers, I feel like with you guys, I'm seeing this. Okay, that's where that duality came from. You guys left an emotionally unfulfilling situation, right? You left it. I feel like you came back and you revisited it. So it's on revisited it. You left an emotionally unfulfilling situation. I feel like you rounded about and you revisited it, right? But in the sense of like gaining intel from it to see what lessons you learned from this experience, right? This is in turn what gave you strength with good old strength card with help from spirit, but it also manifested as such, with you having your good old mental balance. So you know how to utilize both your intuition and emotional sense, what you're feeling. You can respect that, but you also have an equal amount of respect for the world of intellect, right? So with you guys, because you have this balance and this level of self-awareness, when there are people, and I feel like there will be one, because there's always a little fuddy-duddy, because there's a new cycle that's turning over in you guys' life, and it's pretty dope because you guys are equipped for it. Okay? Now, ooh, that's your, what is it with the X's and stuff? Okay, so there's one scenario I had that's still correct with this. So with my single Cancerians, you may have an ex that has not changed at all, that may be trying to come back. No, not today. Anywho. But for you guys, yeah. No, what was my, okay, yeah. That's what I was going with. So with some of you guys, you may have an ex that's coming back, right, from the past. And I feel like it's the same person that you left with this 8 of Cups. You know what I'm saying? And then for other ones, I feel like the person that, the other person that would come in, if it's not going to be your ex, that's for one group. But for the other group of people, I feel like you guys need to utilize everything that you've learned in this last cycle. So pretty much branching from the last relationship that you were in, all of the growth and healing that you've done, right? And, okay, there it is. And then for those of you not with the ex, but this new person that comes in, because that's where I was going with that. Fuddy-duddies. When this cycle turns over, there's always like a little dud that comes, and I don't know, it's like an energetic thing with the whole is not is thing. So it's almost like you making a statement to the universe of, clearly deciding what it is that you want because you know what it is that you want. The universe is going to send you, and not, well, let me rephrase that. Let me not make it seem like the universe is conspiring against you. But it's more or less, I don't know, guys. I think that's like a principle thing because that always happens that way. Like how people say it always gets worse before it gets better. It's like this is one of those things where it's like the knot has to come first to test that you are really in alignment with the statement or this intention that you've set, so that you can reject it, so that what is really for you can come in. So those are the two scenarios that I'm getting from my single people. So for the first group, it's you taking everything that you learned in this previous cycle, and and to utilize it with this ex that's going to come in, because I don't really think your ex is going to come in looking like a page to you. They may come in, because I'm looking at this under the wheel of fortune. It's like he may come in like, I'm just different. You know, things have changed. Especially if this is two cancers that are talking to each other. This is two cancers talking to each other. This makes so much sense, because I'm looking at this mirror is like a great deal. But you know, it's like, you know, I'm just so different now. You know what I'm saying? I've grown up. Mind you, side note, men and women, if y'all ever run into somebody from your past and the first thing that they say to you is like, you know, I done matured and grown up so much, just walk away. Walk away. Walk away. We are adults. Why are we saying that we grew? I hope you grew up. Anyway, but yeah. So you guys are going to utilize what it is that you've learned and remembering what it is that you went through to determine, well, I'm not even going to say that. You utilizing everything that you learned in this cycle and what you learned from this past relationship, when you channel that, create it into like a proverbial set of goggles, so to speak, and you look through them, then you would see that this little this Wheel of Fortune that they're saying that they are is really, you know, the little Page of Cups, and you're going to be like, oh no. And then for those of you who have set your intentions out into the universe to like kind of call a partner in, you guys in the near future, like really very soon, are going to have this person that's going to come in, and you guys are going to do the same thing. You're going to take all of this wisdom and all of these lessons that you've learned from past relationships in this cycle of growth that you've gone through to put your little proverbial growth goggles. I was trying to say glasses and goggles at the same time. Y'all gotta get my life together. Anyway, but you guys are going to utilize those same proverbial goggles to reveal this new person as the same. But the thing I can guarantee is once you spot the knot and you know, kick them to the curb, then what is for you will be coming in for you. So that is it for the cards, but I have my super dope, I call them Zodi dice for right now, that Spirit led me to make. And these things, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with them, but every time I use them, I've been getting so many messages from people that are like, I thought the reading was resonating, and I was like, no, because it's general. And then like I threw the dice out, and then it ended up being like the person's like sun, moon, rising sign, and they were like, oh my goodness. So these things are gangster. It's gonna be a while before Taurus knows what this is like, because we're so at the bottom of the totem pole and whatnot. So Spirit, and they're like clarification dice, right? So there's no question that's really being asked. This is just to like kind of clarify all that you've heard. So Spirit, please give me clarification for my Cancer people of whatever it is if they're not sure what it is. If this reading resonates or not or whatever. Additional information. I don't know if y'all can hear me. BTW, we have lavalier mic now. Thanks to everyone that donated to the channel. All right, let's throw them out. Interesting. Whoa. Okay. We have Leo, right? We have Capricorn. We have partner. And we have a male. So, looking at how it is, it could be a Leo partner. It could be a Capricorn male. Or we could be talking about a Leo Capricorn male that's a partner. Or the partner that is coming in is going to be a Leo or a Capricorn and male. Or just a Capricorn male. And then for others, oh, the partner, that might be the ex. The ex might be the Leo. And then the new person for ladies would be a Capricorn. Either way, however that fits into your story. I don't know. Not you. I don't have any Cancer in my chart. But I think that's why I love you guys so much. All right, Cancer. That has been your June 2018 love reading. It has been a pleasure. I love you guys' faces. I miss you greatly. And I will see you sooner than later. Deuces.